Welcome to the video! These past 2 years have been really cool, and this is the absolute best of every episode in the Only Small Bite show throughout the years in this celebration compilation. Why is this one 2 years? Because I didn't do it last year. Shut up, just roll with it. Thank you all so much for watching the videos. I really do appreciate it. This year we're gonna do stuff a little differently here, and this one is for you guys that have stuck around and just genuinely enjoyed the series or even the stuff I do. We hit 200K last year, man. That's insane. Again, thank you to everyone who's been subbing, sharing, or even just watching the videos, and let's keep it going. Road to 1 million, right? I also have a Patreon now if you want to support your boy directly. Every bit helps keep the lights on. I just posted an update on there, and for a little extra, you can get your name in the videos. And I know I'm a little late on it, but Happy New Year! I hope yours is going as best as it can. But okay, enough stalling. Enjoy! Nothing against the people making these videos. Some of these are really great stuff, but I'm tired of it. You people make me sick! So I'm stepping in to fill the role. Where's the energy? Where's the fun? Where's the... So for the past couple of days, months, about a year ago, I sat down and thought of a way of doing MusicTube my own way. First, let me introduce you to my new What the? Welcome to Funky Town. I don't get it. I can stay strong with a sad meme. You put a sad song on me, I'll probably start breaking shit. If only there was a way to combine these two things on my resume. And if only I had a better place to talk about this than the street. Anyone home? I promise I'm not your internet service provider. So, lady dudes and gentle dorks, allow me to introduce my newest series.
Package for, Music Bites?
Oh, you don't know what music memes are? What, have you been bunking with Patrick lately? Only some of the greatest things to grace the internet. And what better way to break the ice than with some funny talk? Not me talking funny, like talking about funny music. I don't talk funny, do I? Actually, don't answer that. Some people see memes or spoofs as hurtful to the artists and their original craft, taking something they worked on and making a mockery out of it. Could you imagine taking an artist's pride and joy and using it to make something funny? Couldn't be me. Boys at Disney are just sitting on a musical gold mine that spans literal decades. Like, you know what? I just got this strange urge to not mention any more Disney for some reason. That's crazy. What timeline is this? There's memes about everybody and nobody's safe. Well, at least I still got my boy Biggie unscathed. In the electric and pop sphere, there's a ton of songs, like the Black Eyed Peas and their 2010s catalog. I got a feeling. Reposting in the wrong neighborhood again? That's a criminal offense, you know. Hey, come back! See, they always run. The most recent being the Mr. Incredible thing. This thing is so shit. Although this kid who sent it to his mom was pretty funny. Dum 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 dum. Ding ding. It's like Eiffel 65's Blue or the classic Darude Sandstorm bit.
What's the name of the song at 2:30?
Oh, buddy, you're never finding that song. I'm sorry. I know I will, because now I have a crate full of this I gotta deal with. What's the fastest way to get rid of your garbage? Have you seen the things people donate in here? I'm doing them a favor. Somebody will eat this up. Just not me.
Night sky like shooting stars.
It's just a music store I stole from this guy. I wonder how he's doing. FBI, open up! I'm sure he's fine. If there's something I want to...
Package for, Music Bites?
Ugh, it's the same guy. Why did he do that again? Okay, whatever. It's the thing that I already mentioned earlier. Crazy how that works. Dive into this thing. Just make sure to dry your feet afterwards. I don't want you running around the... What did I just say? Music is really interesting, but what's even more interesting is the way we take it. You sicko. Audio formats. Well, what's so special about them? Well, it's the thing that connects the music people make to the masses like you. and me making it really easily accessible. We've come a long way on how we consume our stuff, but like, why? How did we even get here in the first place? I just blinked and now I'm vibing in the Ritz car.
I'm just vibing in the Ritz car.
But why? What's got people collecting old stuff again? Did somebody leave an embarrassing photo in one of these things? Let's start off with an easy one. CDs. Don't say it. Don't say it. Please don't say it. There's video CD, which later evolved into Super Video CD, which is different from DVDs. Holy smokes! This is not confusing at all. Man, that family reunion must be something. MP3 players and its cousin malware started hitting the mainstream. And with the rise of iPods, MP3 players, iTunes, and later the iPhone, who is Steve Jobs?
That's it, yeah.
Remember this guy? This is called a mini disc, also developed by Sony, and was released in the 10th anniversary of the CD. Also, if you're wondering, you don't open them. Just put it in. The compact cassette tape was created also by Philips. Damn, these guys really have their hands in everything, except the Philips head screwdriver. What a waste. Starting out, these things could pack a whole 45 minutes of runtime on one side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow it down there, Speedy. You don't want to break something. Also being easier to manufacture and record onto. And with the Infinity Stones collected, they began their integration into everything. Boomboxes, cars, computers, answering machines, my hospital bill. The cassette was really good at recording stuff on it, and its ease of use allows peeps to take their favorite songs off albums and make their own playlists, and from there, you can force feed your favorite songs to your friends. Like, the stuff is so commonplace now, you know? You never really think about it. Even the name mixtape, which we use to talk about non-albums, I'm looking at you, Aubrey.
Yeah.
The needle fits inside these grooves and vibrates in such a way that it sends that signal up your needle, into your player, and out through your speaker. Like, what? How do you even come up with that? I get happy whenever I toss my garbage and it goes in on the first try, let alone coming up with this thing. Music records have actually been around for a long time, being traced all the way back to the 1800s. Old heads are literally shaking right now. Back then, people were still trying to figure out how to actually put something onto something and be able to play it back. Such as they're seen as more durable than other formats, the packaging is a lot nicer than others, making the album art more visible so I can really see it. And just like that, my record store is complete. Very convenient. Look at all these things. Can you name them all? Believe it or not, this is probably the part of the video that took the longest to do because, you know, drawn and I mean, this is real. All this is real. Song features are what I like to call the unannounced visit from someone you probably don't know on your music.
Who are you? I'm from the IRS.
Huh, no fade in. Wouldn't it be really cool if I got an actual artist to feature in this video? Yeah, that would be. Anyways, when I started this topic, and as far as I know, I don't think I'm getting anything delivered today. Now I have more time to focus on the real things.
How my friends look at me when I tell them I'm driving.
Did I order something?
Hey there, yes you, you're probably in a box right now. Are you looking for that next fix, have no purpose, need the thing that will get you out of your bed and give meaning to your miserable life?
Kinda direct, but okay.
So what are you waiting for? Go to your local music store and pick up Music 2.0 today!
Brought to you by Infotastic. A division of Red Media.
Health side effects include nausea, heartburn, headache, dizziness, weakness. I get it. An infomercial showing off the features of songs. Smart. Song features are a nice change of pace, as it gives the listener a break from hearing one meatbag's voice to another's, free of charge. But even in the mid-2000s, it wasn't super common. To a lot of people, Kanye and Jay-Z getting Chris Martin from Coldplay on their songs was seen as a weird choice. Yeah, both of them debuted at the same time with that one song. That's insane, considering how one is so much bigger than the other now. Come on, Bob, reel it back a bit. Personally, I subscribe to the latter. I just think it makes more sense. You know, Tyler wrote this entire song by himself, even Callie's part. In fact, he wrote a lot of this album by himself. I didn't know where else to put this, so I just put it here. I just thought that was neat. See, in the world of Edom, the artists and DJs making these songs don't actually sing on them. I know, this is super taboo, but bear with me. Yes, defendants Mr. Chain and Mr. Smoker have developed this formula for crafting a technically impressive, but very boring style that people just eat up for their Instagram videos. Obviously, I don't vibe to their stuff as much as I can with the other guys, but they got their fans, man, so I can't say they're doing anything inherently wrong. I mean, with these numbers, you gotta be doing something right, so let me just give you that here. You fellas, think about it. Have you ever been listening to a song and thought, you know what would make this 10 times better? If the artist filmed themselves lip-syncing the song, then shoving it in my face. Oh yeah, that'll get me going. You ever see something so crazy, so out of whack, so weird looking, only to find out, oh, I'm just watching TLC. But then realized, no, you're not watching TLC, you're actually watching MTV, which, let's be honest, these days are basically the same thing. And as technology improves and tastes change, we see that parallel in the videos of today, both good and bad. Now it's kind of like, oh, I didn't even know this had a music video. Or the worst one of, this is the video? I want my time back. British rock band Queen and their promotional video for their legendary rock opera song Bohemian Rhapsody. Madonna and her videos, rock band Adam and the Ants, and the big one, Michael Jackson. Not to mention, back in the day, MTV used to be really racist, like how the video is the best-selling VHS of all time. And yeah, now it's like, who cares? But back then, your parents did. Dude, what's going on? I thought we were recording this thing. Ah, yes, you see, I was going to, but this man is blocking the way. What the? 2 Chainz, get out of the way. We're trying to record this.
Yeah, I'm 2 Chainz, I'm in the car with a double cup.
You know, these things cost a ton of money, eh? Oh yeah, the video. They made one all Mad Max style, and another for the album version, more G-Funk and house party aesthetic. Oh, you didn't know C-Love had 2 versions? Well, now you do. Your brain just expanded by 10%. You're welcome. Weird Al Yankovic has gone on stating he doesn't want to make many music videos anymore, as they've just gotten so expensive to make. And honestly, I don't blame him. Have you seen these prices? A bunch of obvious and hidden cameras capture the kids doing the most. I get super stressed out watching this thing. Oh, I get it. Music videos, man. Can't live with them. Thanks for watching. You know, I've seen a lot of album art in my days. I love this stuff, but I feel like the relationship may be one-sided, because as much as I love the things, I don't think they love me back. And I mean, if your music sounds like this, and your cover looks like this, you're doing something right, trust me. It really depends on the music for me. But I think we can all agree, this ain't it. Or how about just going all black, eh? Screw the album cover. Oh yeah, now you're standing out. It's like these guys are saying, how about just close your eyes, eh? Think of your own cover. But tell me, what do you guys get when you take these black squares and invert the color? Well, if you said Donald Glover's 4th album, you're not gonna pass this test, because the answer is the Beatles. Most people don't even know the band, they just know the picture. They see it and just go, yep, put that on my shirt. The Beatles got a couple under their belt. Sgt. Pepper's, Revolver, Beatles for Sale. But by far, the big one being their penultimate album, Abbey Road, with the band walking across the street of... Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. I don't know, I couldn't tell you. The Weeknd stuff is fun to look at, most of the time. You know, he used to work at the clothing company American Apparel back in like 2010. And let me show you something. American Apparel ads always cross over into this controversial side of things. And these were some of the advertisements from around then. And hey, would you look at that? I wonder where that would lead. Best album cover of all time. It's fucking Weezer. Have you ever been standing around your home and thought, I should really pay someone to do this? And then you do, and if that's not enough, they throw in some ear damage as well, on them. What a steal. Drastically different across people and genres, such as EDM fans with raving, rock fans with moshing, rap and pop fans singing along, and nightcore fans not existing. I love this clip of Kanye just using the force on the sky, with some good and lots of bad happening, so I'm not gonna get into it here, maybe another time. But what I can tell you is mud. Lots and lots of mud. This was a show used to broadcast talented people of all walks and put them on stage to be shown to all of America. The Weeknd's prices were shared all over $1,000. It was either the house or the show. See ya. Touring in itself is not a milli, but a billion-dollar industry. You wanna guess how much this thing made? I'll give you a second. Would you have guessed 500 million? Because you're wrong, it's actually 700 million. Just out of curiosity, I wonder what some of their OG names were. John William Cummings? His last name is Cummings? He's Cummings! Don't even get me started on Joey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Pogo Larry! Couldn't make it, so here's Accordion Joe!
Whitey sucks!
Constantly, with Spotify saying there's over 60,000 songs uploaded every day. That's a lot of Thomas. That's What? Someone did the math that it's more like 20,000? And Spotify just inflated the numbers? Also, you're actually speaking gibberish and I'm just putting words in your mouth? You can't trust anybody! The big ones, of course, being your usuals. Let me blindfold myself here. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, hey, that's me, Amazon Music, and Deezer. I always see you pop up in articles and stuff, but like, I've never met a single Deezer. Wait a minute. 500 million subscribers across all these sites. And that was last year alone. I can imagine it's gone up crazy since then, at least by one. Been to them off their streams, because, you know, it's not enough you're making the music. You don't need all that money too. What do you need to eat? Nah, you make TikTok. Now, obviously, not all record companies are the son of Satan. Some are actually the son-in-law. Physical to digital, that couldn't have been a smooth transaction. I never used Napster, as I was still a wee infant. Also because it was illegal. Get them out of here, boys. Me? I would never use that. I use LimeWire. But one of the first dedicated streaming sites would be Deezer, a French site launched in 2007, which planted the idea for a dedicated music streaming service. Sure, buddy, like that'll catch on. Where you could actually support your favorite artists more directly, and all these big artists would come putting their music on there exclusively. Until they didn't. And lastly, the coolest Easter egg of them all. If you listen to anything from the new Minions movie soundtrack, the coolest thing will happen. I'll make fun of you. Streaming sites are pretty cool. A place to really unwind and take in the beauty of the world. It's a pun. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. And oh my god, is that River Joe?
Hi, everybody. I think I'm lost.
I hate when I finish an album that's supposed to be complete and think, man, do I wish I had 20 more songs. The idea of the deluxe edition is to give you more music to complement the finished album. See the quotes there? Getting different rappers and singers on them. Pretty cool. It's also really big now. It might fit in my car. Prince's 1999 album got the mega mushroom too, going from 11 songs to a whopping 65! Adding tons of bonus tracks, remixes, and live recordings. We were 4 songs away from the nice number. So close. But if you got it at the Best Boy, there was one more song added, that being The Motion, featuring an up-and-coming Sampa. Sorry, Target enjoyers, no Sampa for you. But it's not the original version. Which means some kid out there who heard it on the radio was probably so excited to get the CD, but made the grave mistake of getting Kid Drake by accident. He's probably a serial killer now, but became clear with the deluxe, as you're getting the rest of the songs, the full picture. I don't know, it's so subtle, but I like it a lot. Such a small detail. It's the little things, you know. It's not about making a good album anymore, no sir. It's about how much bloatware we can get away with. Guys, I promise track 5 isn't a virus. This all really peaked for me with Culture 2 by Migos. That's when I knew this plane was going down. These Up When Deluxes came out over the course of a little over a year in waves, starting in June 2014 and ending in July of 2015. I hate looking at these. You don't want to change a whole lot, right? Still gotta know it's the album, but maybe like a slightly different color palette or a different take from the photo shoot. Anything than just click it. You got annoying orange over here. This looks like tinfoil. Yeah, just put an alien on the cover. Yeah, I wasn't done with you. Is Chris Brown an alien? This music is not of this earth? Or is this a portrait of your average Chris Brown fan? Make up your mind! What, I'm gonna pull out my Xbox original and start bumping these tunes? I don't think so. See, I gotta say Xbox original, because if I say Xbox One, no one knows what the hell I'm talking about. Still haven't forgiven them. With peeps making tunes with their friends and becoming an overnight sensation, sometimes even changing the landscape of the industry by accident. The nerve of these guys. His hype, releasing stuff even while in prison. Some of them would also have some amazing album covers. Don't worry guys, I didn't forget. As well as Gucci, that's not even counting solo albums or compilation projects or books. These dudes is working. Faces on May 11th for free online. Well, half free, as to get it, you had to go through a very secure and custom coded challenge on his website, oldjewish.com. You have to make a sandwich and submit it. His tapes 10 Day and Acid Rap, the former being named after him getting a 10-day suspension from school for having that Kid Cudi on him. Releasing these tie-in 3 hats that he wore everywhere. He still does. It's crazy. He released Coloring Book to critical acclaim and hasn't made a project ever since. A true legend. When you hear the word mixtape, people instinctively think of 2 things. Rappers and dodging guys in Times Square. Eagles founder Don Henley didn't take too kindly to Ocean's cover song, forcing him to remove it online and going as far to call him a quote, talentless little prick. Jeez. Yeah, get him, Don. Who does he think he is? This will definitely age well. And again, the Eagles are completely entitled to do whatever they want. It's their song. But like, come on, guys, come on, get off your high horse, come on. I used to listen to this a lot back in high school when I was just a stinky kid, and I always thought this was an album. My life is a lie. Next you're gonna tell me Breaking Bad wasn't real. Band Joywave and their mixtapes 77777 and 88888 respectfully, taking beats and making new songs with them. And they started from 1? Nah, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? What happens when the mixtape is not actually a mixtape, but is really a playlist in disguise? Who's that? Up from above, it's Drizzy Drake! No! Releasing his collab tape with Future, What a Time to Be Alive. Yes, it is. These mixtapes... Oh, I'm sorry. These weren't just regular mixtapes, no sir. These two released as commercial mixtapes, projects on streaming, but not labeled an album, cause LOL I said so. A bit later after Views came out, we got More Life, another mixtape, a playlist of songs featuring tons of peeps picked and released by Drake, by Drake & Co., by OVO, by October Firm, in 2017. I can't do this. And hey, Big D, I'd love your autograph on this.
Thanks for checking out the tape, bro.
Actually, I didn't. It was just delivered to me by some guy. You can stop signing now. Stop, dude. Stop. Stop signing. Just stop signing. What? A video about me on my channel? Unthinkable. Too many times have I been let down by the beast of the music biz. So albums exist. Thank you, hold your applause. But you know when an artist announces something and you go, wow, sweet, can't wait to hear that. And then you keep waiting. Used to be the holy grail of unreleased Ye albums. That being his originally planned fourth project, Good Ass Job. Aw, thanks, man. We all know the history by now. Kanye hitting the nay-nay on stage at the VMAs and getting exiled, and later in July, officially scrapping the job name. It was clear a new record was coming, just not Good Ass. Completely changed what it meant to be a collective, referring to themselves as a boy band rather than a traditional rap group, tackling their feelings, the latest being Roadrunner, which a video of mine was actually seen by one of their members, HK, their graphics designer, and had nothing but kind words for me.
Sometimes, you know what I do? I just do this. Just sort by. Only because sometimes there'll be like a decent video. Maybe somebody who makes a video like this where will Roadrunner be actually good? And I'm not going to watch that because I know it's going to be good.
I said he saw it. I didn't say he watched it. Come on now. A couple singles that aren't bad. Glock 19 fucking slaps.
I always seem to kill it and yet everybody lives.
Drake! Drake!
Champagne Poppy, aka Drake.
Drake! I know, what the frick, right? Out of everyone, I picked the lesbian guy. But there's a reason he's here, okay? Hear me out. Competitor in the rap scene. And with his new project on the horizon, we would hopefully see him tackle this side head on. I'm kidding! He's open to releasing it if he ever decides to finish it, so it looks like clear skies ahead. I mean tornado time with no code. We're looking at unreleased albums today. Artists announcing projects just to put them on the back burner, and guess what? They get fried. But fried not. As what I've gathered from an unlikely source, it actually doesn't just disappear. It actually goes somewhere. Someplace called the torrent, I don't know. Artists dedicating countless of hours to something that will just never come out. You'd be great here. A collab. Look at J. Cole and Kendrick, Chance and Gambino. 1629, is that your pin or something? It's like, yeah, I'll see you later. Let's keep working. Last online 10 years ago. Ideas into new songs for later projects is more common than you think. It just saves time. And if it doesn't, well then it's time to go hunting. Officially released in any way since. Next you're gonna tell me the Black Star sequel's behind a paywall or something. Sure, buddy. With the band making music using pencils, rubber bands, pots and pans, you name it. And after blowing up with some singles, a couple EPs, and
Yes! Oh my gosh!
or controversy at this point, it's like the more I delay this video, the deeper he goes. Am I the puppeteer? At this rate, if I delay it any further, he'll be saying corporate logos really are the way of the future. Luckily, this is a Kanye West album and not a Ye album, so we're good. I think. But as the great saying goes, history do be repeating. Tracks getting leaked, rescheduled dates, and as Kanye would say himself,
I didn't finish it.
Would eventually become Mid is King. I mean, Jesus is King. Now, at least these songs actually came out in our project, because if your name's Dr. Dre's Detox, you weren't so lucky. He also said the album would be done in a year. Well, add that to my list of things that didn't fucking happen. Albums and various peeps all over, and working on a whole beats business, but no word on his musical child. Actually release in the next few years. Prepare the merchandise! But come on, I'm here to give you the gems. Wouldn't you want to hear about this unreleased Shaq record instead? Titled Shaquille O'Neal Presents His Super Friends, Volume 1, a would-have-been super album featuring tons of heavyweights that was scheduled to come out on, get ready for this, September 11th, 2001. And Jay-Z beat him to it. Finally, be for sale. is what I would have said if it went down like that. But as stated previously, history do be fucking with you. Cause you know, some people think it was the label that leaked the album on purpose as an excuse to shelve this record once and for all. But come on, this is a record label we're talking about. That would be nefarious. So if I learned anything, and yeah, I think I'm lost. This map just leads me to a Denny's at 2 in the morning. What's up with that? I think I'll pass. What the? Headphones that play music, so don't try to slip in here with your cardboard bass boosters, not these fake Michael Jackson hee-hee headphones. It is literally 2 pieces of plastic on a stick for $30. On other days of blasting your speaker box on your shoulder or playing stuff loud on the bus. Maybe not that one. Speaking of which, did I tell you about today's sponsor, Raycon? No? That's because I'm lying. But why have it open? I can already hear my music. Is it for everyone else's approval? Phones, and some are still rocking the sponges. It's a mixed bag. Or 2 for 1. We used to get them for free with MP3 players and phones back in the day. Why'd that go away? Was someone banking on the black market? Guess they needed that extra space in the box for nothing? When will I learn? Both on both. Both have their perks, ups and downs, soul contracts to sign. Wireless brothers, and they last way longer. No batteries to explode on you. Can't forget about my boys' kid design either. Look at these things. How come kids get all the cool colors? Making their headphone names so unpronounceable that you'll wonder what planet you're on and will want to buy their alien technology. But it does the opposite for me, because when I try to search them up, the government thinks I'm typing in launch codes and takes a free trip to my house. Actually, it's a phone for your head. A headphone. You get a medal. Was to make these things the Beetle phones, making headphones more mainstream. Graphics design is my passion. How could you tell? Packing in these sweet OGs with every pod, making the way for small and cheap earbuds to infiltrate every dollar store in America. LeBron using his Beats laptop with his Beats headphones while beating dudes in poker. He was already dead. Dream, but if it means I don't gotta see these things again, I'm good. But I know it's not just me when I say that these things are starting to suck now. Cool, just be sure to look both ways before you cross my mind. And I can listen to the music straight through my bones. Just kidding, it's called bone conduction and it's a real thing, look it up. And wait, I said wired phones don't have a battery bomb in them. I said they don't! Listen, I can hear you now, your little fingertips tip-tapping at your keyboards going, Nathan said I already did this video. Shut up! Alright, just shut! You don't think I know that? He actually commented saying he thought it was really funny, but detectives take note, because what he actually said was, hey Bites, this is peak comedy. I love it. And if you want to do your own album rollout video in the future, you totally can. I'm sure that's what he meant. It's a YouTuber thing. Like what Kendrick does, releasing a new entry in his The Heart series, spewing out his current state of mind before an album comes out. He could talk about him not getting his nuggets at Wendy's and I'd still be like, oh my god, he's spitting. Did you know that Frank Ocean finessed his record label with the fake project? Guys, I don't think you know about this.
He's the fake!
Jay-Z is one I don't hear mentioned a lot. He had his Black album, which was touted as his final album ever.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Samsung prematurely buying 1 million copies of the album before it was even out, essentially forcing it to go platinum. Oh my god. People naturally said, wait, that's cheating. And he said, you're right. And did it again with Sprint for the next one. Sent care packages to his friends. There were trucks around my town. That video with the covers, like this was supposed to be good. And you know what he did? Emoji. Thankfully, we all learned from this, so this would never happen again. Wait, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
One of my personal faves is when an artist adopts a new persona, not to be confused with the game, more like an alter ego, especially not one of those rant-sonas. Who the hell would have one of those? F those guys. Now eventually, someone had to see all of this and go, man, that's a lot of work. How about we just don't? story of my life. The surprise drop, as made famous by this gem of a record. They asked Beyonce where we're dropping, and she pushed them out the plane.
Ride with the mob.
Drizzy saw it and said, I bet, and dropped his amazing record. Then everyone saw it and went, I bet. And now we're in the era of you might get a rollout or you'll get a jump scare. Choose wisely. Album rollouts are pretty baller. Unless you're Lana, who went a whole year between single and release. Or the Carters, it was a title exclusive for a little bit, then to premium music members, then to free ones. Or Auntie, she couldn't decide the single, then just dropped it on a weekday. Actually, scrap that. I hate album rollouts. How would anybody do this? Free Dr. Perky! Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. And hey man, you know whose party this is? Big D! You know, you actually caught me at a bad time. I'm currently helping this guy right here. What, you think I just sit at the desk all day doing nothing? The nerve of these guys, can you believe them? I got a business to run, I do business here. In fact, why don't you tell these good people what it is you're looking for today? Okay. Do you have anything from 9 Inch? Alright, nobody cares. Computer there and a killer app under it all. So how did they actually do it? Are you asking me? The year is 1999 and the internet just hit puberty, pimples and all. There were some companies like Microsoft or Real Networks, but look at these things. They look like they came out of a swamp. But also lock features behind their programs like the ability to crossfade. All this music for free. Wow, how generous of these labels to do that for us stinky consumers. Also, I'm lying. Certain MP3 player, they sought it upon themselves to fill this problem the Steve way. No, not him. Hire the devs to work on their software. I never used this thing, but Mac Addict says it was freaking awesome. Thank you, Mac Addict. And maybe change the music industry. Hopefully for the better. And for the moolah. Introducing iTunes. This looks like a calculator. TV shows, even movies that you could view on your computer and later your phone. What a showing. There was one where if you connected your phone or pod, your computer would just crash. Vista gang, stay losing. This Wired article even has a link to an old tweet from this parody account defending the logo, and this tweet is over 10 years old. Back when Twitter looked like this! I don't know what's uglier. It's the introduction of Ping. What the fuck is Ping? Thank you for asking. Here, get in the coffin. What was the end goal with this? Did they really expect people to make the great migration? Yeah, dude. I'm definitely seeing Lady Gaga at the HP Pavilion, San Jose, California, sponsored by Dell Computers. How did you know? Yeah, this totally was a failure. And they realized how amazing Ping was, that when it tried to get into the launch party, it was executed on the spot. Well, buddy, you're in luck. Turns out we did have 9 Inch Nails. Here you go. Oh, I've been standing here for 12 minutes. Anyways, thanks for watching. EPs, not PE, especially not ED. Their production style and just their general vibe. And now, the vibes. Where you hear someone for the first time in their mixtape. But if I'm being honest, that's kind of just for hip-hop, because almost everybody else in this party is shaking it up this way. Rap never really got the memo. Included a bonus EP which had 4 extra songs on it. That wasn't really seen before. Fun fact, the 8th song on this album, Pastime Paradise, is actually the sample to Coolio's hit Gangsta's Paradise, and I guess by proxy the sample for the Amish one too. Wow, sounds like I'm praising these things non-stop. And I am. But here's the twist you're never gonna see coming. I think EPs are just okay. An artist that loves to pump these out, and finding that specific song you're looking for and where it's from now becomes a military op. Put the best stuff on the EP and it's nowhere to be found on the album. Like, are you making fun of me? All my life I thought this was a mixtape, but I guess I'm a f***ing idiot. It has more songs than Thriller, and that's an album. Bonus tracks, a surprise in every box. You ever listen to an album and go, I wish there was more? No? Never? Understandable. Well, somebody did, and in response, the people banging the instruments said, alright. And ultimately, it's more music for you. Getting a little cramped, but we'll manage. Some people would just remove songs altogether, then add them back in, I'm sure for reasons. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. New songs for albums you've probably heard a million times. Maybe not you specifically, but you know, becoming an exclusive bonus track. You know who else did that? I want you to guess. Is it A, Drake, B, Bruno Mars, or C, Drake on a Tuesday? See, if you said Drake on a Tuesday, I'd like you, but no! The answer is D for Drake. Yup, the track that popularized YOLO, produced by T-.
this!
And had everybody swagged to death. Wasn't even on the album. I wonder what else I can find on this wiki page. Drake says in the song, Spanish girls Latinas love him like the band Aventura? Did I say that right? I mean, yeah, I guess he does, but why does this need its own line on the page? No, I'm not going down this hole. And sometimes it's the label's idea. Just enjoy the music, old man. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Or not deep enough. We haven't even scratched the surface of this rabbit hole. Move over, Frederick. Because where bonus tracks don't really work are on albums that try to be something more. I.e., say it with me, the concept album. That carries from beginning to end. Emphasis on end, because not saying he'll never do a bonus stage ever again, but just something I noticed. What? He made an entire record made up of technically bonus tracks? No, you're just hallucinating. That's not Kendrick Lamar, that's Eddie Kendricks. Come on, man. Look at that face. Either or, I'm sure you're in for a good time. Unless you're a Britney Spears fan who had not one, not two, not even three, but 4, 5, 6 versions of the same album, and then she did it again! What? There's nothing here. That's weird. Those are some bonuses, huh? Cool. I think that... What the? This isn't even a bonus stage, it's a special stage! Anyways, leave a like if you haven't already. Check out this video of this... Listen, I know you have this album already, and it's not broken, and that's cool and all, but ah, shucks, man, I hate when that happens. Guess you gotta get a new one. It's like if they want to change something about one of the songs, maybe all the songs. What? The album's not done? Just say it's evolving or something, they'll eat it up. Oh, like the game. Or just say it's not the real version. I mean, that's kind of what the Beatles member Paul McCartney did with the last Beatles album. Paul kind of went, yeah, alright, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. But it's not rocky enough. We remixed it. Listen to this one. Or I'll clock you. Taylor Swift said, wait a minute, I want to own all my shit, and just re-recorded and re-released all her old albums with new vocals so she actually owns them. Literally every artist said, fuck a label, unless it's mine. Then it needs a reissue, aka bringing it back for another run. They're basically the same thing, but technically one is this one and this one is that one, technically. Come on, there's gotta be a reason to reissue something that's already fine. Ayo, buddy, what is the difference?
We added shadows to the text. We changed the font.
See, they turned it into Get It Started just so they could play it on TV at the 2004 NBA playoffs. True story. But then everyone said, this just sounds better, guys. You want to just make this the real song? Fergie said, let's. And then they did it. Either the random guy picks it up or the superfan does. It's for like your mom, since she didn't see Billy Talent's second album with hit single Fallen Leaves on it when it first came out. Who cares that she only listens to YouTube Latin DJ Mix 2012? Maybe this time she'll cave. Cause since it's 2012, reissues are blowing up, but the world's not ending. What the f***? I was promised an apocalypse. Simple stuff, guys. Sir, you're in the wrong line. Come, it's this way. This added another 8 songs to the already 19-song album. The pink text, again, makes it look like they're all connected, and I mean, they kinda are. Lady Gaga also, which had brand new hits on it, like Alejandro, Bad Romance, and even Telephone with Beyonce. Wait a minute. You better not have gotten any ideas. Hey, what are you hiding? Hey, get back here! Second time this week. Now, I think most things got settled enough, so every re-release afterward is the original versions, but like, holy shit, dude. I mean, holy shit, dude. They'll like reissue their projects and make them a sequel to themselves. It's pretty crazy. What? You don't care about K-pop? What the heck? Come on, their project before this was called John Travolta Wannabe. That's funny! You Americans, you just can't get enough of Ed Sheeran, huh?
I'm in love with the taxi.
I know you're there, dude. I said I know you're there. Hey there, Delilah. I love this song.
Hey there, Delilah, what's
No! You know when you copy someone's homework, but you gotta change it a little so it doesn't look like... Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. But why listen to a cover song when the real McCoy is right there? Look, it's right there. I love Frank Ocean's cover of Aaliyah's cover of the Isley Brothers song. Damn, I didn't think we'd get here so soon. Let's remove the singer altogether. Who needs him? Then you get Instrumental covers? Oh, replacing the singer with a sax or something. You're always one step ahead of me, huh, Earl? Being done by the White Stripes, Miley Cyrus, Olivia Newton-John, and even Pentatonics? The creepy Daft Punk guys? I think they also did a Hallelujah cover, which is sitting at 700 million views! What am I doing? As you sit at your computer, frustrated at the world, you think to yourself,
Oh, I like cover songs, but nobody's making music for me. One song is not enough. I need more.
well, Jimmy, let me introduce you to the cover dimension. An alternate dimension where every song is a cover song.
But how can you have a cover if there's no original? Package for Mr. Bites?
How did he find me here? It's okay, he does this every time. Carry on. In the past, when wars were more worldy and everyone was racist, that begs the question, has there ever been a cover that was bigger than the original? Like, people think of the cover version first. Wait, what am I doing back at the cover machine? Literal cover of a cover. Again. And Whitney Houston's signature song, I Will Always Love You, is actually a cover. The original song by, oh shoot, Dolly Parton again. Whitney's version just becoming one of the biggest selling singles of all time, no biggie. It's also regarded as one of the greatest cover songs of all time. Trent sent his kid off to college and she just never came back. So if I've learned anything, I guess it's that good songs never really go out of style. Unless it's Kids Bop getting their grubby little hands on it every time, and those little shits keep fucking up all the songs, and they're all like 44 now. Why do people keep buying this shit? Now, if you'll excuse me, I still gotta figure out if being under or over the covers is optimal sleep meta.
Excuse me, sir. You said you were leaving 15 minutes ago. Security.
Listen, I may not go to as many concerts now as I'd like to on the fact that every concert today costs a mortgage. At least that's how I'd feel, being at Virginia Beach, standing in a crowd of 200,000 people, listening to that new Fat Boy Slim, that Fat Boy sound, that Fat Boy sound.
Anyone hear that new Fat Boy sound?
They were, quote, taking a supermarket on the road. Those deals ain't getting any lower. Take a look at drummer Tommy Lee and his band Motley Crue, deciding it would be cool to just start drumming in the sky. Like, look at this guy. And then they thought, hey, this isn't cool enough. How about I drum upside down? And his band was like, cool, we're drumming upside down now. Bros are fighting actual demons on stage and everyone is like,
Yeah, get him.
with virtual idol shows, performances from digital singers like Hatsune Miku or Kazuna AI. And over here we got Fortnite. Yeah. From mutilating himself on stage to doing stuff that I can't tell you about or my channel would get nuked. If you could guess, with them being at their Paris, France stop, Jay-Z and Kanye both knew that there was only one song that was appropriate to play. Tell me, who was in Paris? And they played it not once, not twice, not even 5 times, but 8 times in a row. Then Jay-Z said, and then they did 11 times in a row. Mac also has a habit of just taking off his clothes in true rock fashion. Just thought you should know. Imagine seeing the moonwalk live for the first time. Like, you just witnessed history and someone there was probably like, yeah, that was cool. Imagine paying like $1 billion to watch Michael Jackson and you see him for like literally 8 seconds and miss the whole show. Sorry, no refunds. Up until then, I was just like picking out random songs here and there, you know? I was a floater. And judging by the rehearsals and effects alone, this concert really would have been something special if it happened. Also, don't ask me what I was doing when he died. It was kind of embarrassing. I'm getting a phone call? Oh yeah, this is where I stand when I'm behind that white background, by the way. What, you thought I was just in some white void or something? That doesn't make any sense.
Hello everyone, yes it is me, niche internet micro celebrity and 10-second review man, Rough Criminal. How's everybody doing today? Mr. Bites, how are you?
I'm great, good to see you, dude. I'm looking at live concerts today.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I actually know a few. Would you mind if I come join you?
Cool, wait, what?
Package for Mr. Bites?
Ha! Alright man, take us away.
How do I change the scene?
Oh, you gotta do this thing with your mind, like you gotta imagine it. But wait until I'm done talking to.
Especially from one of my favorite artists, Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix got up on stage and played the national anthem, but he played it purely instrumental on his guitar, and while being an instrumental, he somehow turned it into a war protest song. I mean, takes an instrument like a guitar and uses it to make sound effects emulating bombs, explosions, screaming. It's really surreal. If you haven't watched that, by all means check it out. Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers in a combination that we didn't know we needed, and after we saw, we realized, no, we didn't need that. They did a pop-up show inside of a bowling alley in 2007, and they didn't even bowl. Well, they did bowl, but the first ball they threw was a gutter ball, so I'm just going to say they didn't bowl. Also, Boyz II Men played at the Great Wall of China. I'm just throwing that. What were they even doing there?
Rough Criminal for hanging out today.
And Mr. Bites, I want to thank you for having me on today. You know, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to be a tiny cartoon man talking about famous concerts. Also, I'm not jumping out of this plane with you.
Well, you can stay here if you want, but I'm going to this thing.
All right, well, good luck with that, buddy. Huh, well, I mean, I've always wanted to see a cockpit. I guess that would be cool. Well, how'd you...
The concert's tomorrow.